Hey!
Hey, everybody. Okay, hope everybody is doing well this evening.
You made it through Monday. Good job, good job.
Yeah, all right. So we're going to say some hellos real quick. Catherine Concepts, looks like you were the first one in, so hi to you. Have Pit will barbecue, our buddy, Big Josh down there in Louisiana. Meg, thanks for being here, Meg. You know you got the wrench. Meg is the world's best moderator.
The world's best.
Josh is moderator also. He's no slouch. Then we have Cruise Nuts. Hey, Mike, Tracy. We have Howie Cruise, and we have
the better looking half of Howie Cruise.
We have the personality and the looks.
And the looks.
Julie.
We got Jules. Yeah.
And we got to meet Julie this past week and actually hugged her and went drinking with her.
Had adult beverages.
In Nassau. Yeah.
Which
I didn't even
was on my birthday, which made it amazing. It was amazing.
And I didn't even scare her. And there's Eddie. Eddie's always here. He's solid, rock solid. Eddie Lugo. Big Josh Moon from Moonlight Adventures. John Bourbon, Gunnar Wayne, Peggy Sue, the whole crew.
The 3-in-1.
Yeah, we get the whole, it's like Sybil with all the personalities, but funny. Okay, I think
better looking than Sybil, too.
I think I got everybody. Carson is here. My son Carson. We got Parker's on the go here.
Hey, Parkers.
Hey, Parkers. Alice is here. The better looking half.
The better looking Lugo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Amanda is here. Have Luggage Will Travel. Okay, going down the list. Traveler Bus.
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys. Tony G. Hey, Tony G. Okay, we're going through
Josh J. Josie J.
Josie J.
Hey, Josie.
Hey, Josie. Taylor Rinko is here.
Hey, Taylor.
Katie P.
Katie.
Will and Lori Green.
Hi, guys. So glad you can make it.
Life with Favor.
Yay.
Hey.
I'm so glad you made it,
Favor's here.
And Rob, thank you guys.
Yep. Let's see, who else did I miss? Did I miss anybody? Okay.
I think that's everybody.
I think we got everybody.
If we missed you, charge it to our heads and not to our hearts.
Okay, that's perfect timing. Favor just joined us, and we finally got to meet Favor on The Dream last week, and oh my goodness, her and Robert are two of the sweetest people you ever want to meet, guys. They are just phenomenal. They were so gracious and warm with us and just so down to earth. And they went out of their way to make sure they made time to get with us so we could spend some time together. And they took us to our first ever Platinum and Diamond party.
Which was so cool.
We went as their guests. So
yes, that was awesome.
As you guys know, we just started sailing with Carnival last August, and we will hit Platinum in May. So we're hitting Platinum in May.
A year and a half, baby.
Yeah, so
Platinum.
Not too bad. And we're mixing other cruise lines. So, and as I said, Favor she is every bit as bubbly and just high energy.
Okay, so she looks really beautiful on, when you're watching her at home, but when you see her in person, like it takes your breath away a little bit. You're like, wow, she's so amazingly beautiful in person, inside and out. Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, super chat. Hey, Have Luggage Will Travel. Thank you. And again, first time I saw them on the ship, it was kind of like the first time I saw Alisa and Jason.
I saw Alisa first.
I walked by Jason and Alisa on the Vista last year, but I was in line at Guy's Burgers. It seems like I run into people at Guy's Burgers, but I'm in line at Guy's Burgers, and I see Favor shoot by me, and she's talking into her GoPro, and Robert is behind her, and there was like a spill of some food, like someone just dropped something in the floor, and Robert like directed her around the spill, and she didn't, pause. She just kept going with her vlog. I said, we'll catch up with them later, and we did, and we had a great time with them. They are fantastic. Marcia from EECC Travels.
Hey, Marcia.
Here. Okay.
So I think we hit everybody.
Yes, we're gonna
So we want to spend as much time as we can with our guests. You guys ready? Give us a thumbs up. You ready?
We have in the green room. Can you guys hear us?
All right.
Oh, there they are. There they are.
So the first time I saw Alisa before Eddie did, we were walking across the Lido, and Alisa was by herself. Jason was out getting footage. We were getting ready to do Sail Away. And Eddie was like walking in front of me, and I looked over, and there was Alisa standing there, and I didn't even.
She was sitting.
She actually was like sitting, and then she stood up,
Mhm.
and you just kept going. I didn't even say nothing to him. I just went beelined right over to her, and I was like, "Oh my God, I love you!"
She totally fangirled her.
I did.
Yeah, and then I turned
But
around.
she didn't hold it against me.
I turned around looking for her, and like, you know, oh, and I'm like, oh my goodness, she's with Alisa. I'm like, you know, and
I'm lucky I remembered his name when I introduced him to her. I was
yeah,
like, "This is my husband.
It was,
what's your name? What's your name?"
Yeah, and it was really crazy because that's the first time we had been watching them for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
I would say we've been huge fans of EECC for over a year now.
Mm-hmm.
We think they're great because they're living. Everybody that loves to travel, they're living the life we would all wish we could have.
Absolutely.
As far as going everywhere, doing everything,
and showing us all the places
yes.
that we may never get to.
And the thing that was really cool about them as well is when we met them, they were super gracious, super nice, super kind. Now, when I first saw them, I walked by them when they were getting coffees, and I walked by them, and I didn't do the Laura thing. I just kept on walking, and I went over to Red Frog Pub where she was at, and I said, "Hey, I just walked by those guys. They're over there, you know." And she's like, "Yeah, did you say something?" No, I don't want to bother them.
There's
you know?
no shame in my
so
game.
What I will tell you is what we noticed with them. They are always working, guys. They are always working. And we ran into them a couple times. They have their laptops out. They're editing. They're compiling all their footage. They're doing all that, and they do it in a very professional, focused way.
Yes.
And it's very impressive to see in person. And we stayed away from as much as we could, but we ended up having a drink or two with them, and they were awesome. And like I said,
you know, we were brand new vloggers at the time, and they set the proper expectation with us that, you know, while it is fun to be a vlogger, but it is a lot of work.
Oh my goodness.
And
yeah.
So we got the utmost respect for them. So I'm going to bring them in because
here they go.
Super excited to spend some time with them. Hi.
Oh,
Here we go.
Hear?
I was like, I don't know if we could scoot any closer. Yes, everybody. Hello.
We have the same problem. We have the same problem. It's hard to fit in the screen.
Well, then I got all this too, so that doesn't.
Whose chair?
I'll tell you what, if I could pull that haircut off, I would. Believe me, you look absolutely beautiful. So we're so excited to have you guys. Thank you so much. We know how busy you are, and you know, much like the first time we met you, we were brand new vloggers. I think we had 400 subscribers the first time that we met you, and you treated us like we were your neighbors that you've known for 10 years. So that is why everybody loves you. That's why everything that you do is just, you're so authentic and real and awesome. And so we know how valuable your home time is because you're not home very often. So to spend any of it with us, thank you. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
In that brand new house.
Yes. Oh my God, I love your house.
We've been working hard. Just recently put some grass on the ground out there. I'm actually currently watering it.
Nice.
There's a water hose out the window. It's actually hitting the window.
I'm telling you. When you showed the vlog of the house, I told Eddie, I'm like, because we've been talking about we need to, we need to get a one level home eventually because we're getting older and his mom, is getting older and we're not gonna be able to do the stairs and I'm like, that's exactly what I want. One beautiful floors, every room gorgeous. So you have my dream home. You really did. Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks for having us. First of all, when we met you guys as well, we were completely impressed with both of you. We seem to have a lot in common with you, starting with the Michelob Ultra. So it was easy to sit down and have a few beers and just chat with you guys. Really, really enjoyed the conversation and getting to know you guys. And I feel like we've kind of became friends.
Oh, definitely.
And we've definitely, y'all have stayed in touch and y'all haven't been strangers, and we appreciate that. So,
it's crazy when you meet someone that you've got to know online. It's unfair to you because we got to watch your whole. After we started watching your vlogs, we went back because we were considering going on Carnival when we found you guys.
Yeah.
And Carnival should pay you guys.
They should,
because you sold me on Carnival. I'm like watching Jason, man. Your earlier vlogs, you're like, woo, you're having just a blast, buddy. And I'm like, look at this guy. and we watched you. We went all the way back and watched you from the first one where you're all sitting on the couch with the kids, introducing. Yeah, we've seen them all.
The beginnings.
Listen,
it's not. It wasn't always perfect, was it?
That's what makes it awesome.
Overrated. Anyway,
yeah,
that's what makes it awesome.
But we've seen you progress. We've seen you develop, and you guys you're like the gold standard as far as the way you put everything together. I love how when you guys discover things when you're on your cruises, on your vacations, in the RV, wherever you're at, I can see the excitement when you find something new and it's interesting. You guys are, look at this. Elisa's awesome at that,
Well, we're seeing it for the first time, and it's our real emotions at that moment in time. We just roll camera and go with it, and we feel that that's the best way to do it for us, But
so we have a question for you. Have Luggage Will Travel, our fellow Louisiana peeps, and they told us to ask you how to say New Orleans.
It's New Orleans. It's not.
Did I say it right?
Yeah, it's New Orleans.
It's
not New Orleans.
You said it right. You nailed it. Yeah, it's New Orleans.
You got it right.
Yay! Some people say New Orleans.
If you're a little bit tipsy, sometimes you'll say Nolans.
Yeah,
it's New Orleans.
But they said that if you're like in New Orleans and you say Nolans, then they're going to know that you're not from there immediately.
Right.
Okay, well, good to know. Good to know. So you got to move it. Yes, you could actually see that. There you go. Kathy Mill said you got to see Jason's hair back then. Love those lovely locks. Yeah, he had some rock star hair.
Well, he was a rock star back then.
Yeah.
It was my strength. It was everything.
Oh, you're strong about it.
But you look like one of the missing Allman Brothers.
On a cruise ship, you got to comb it too much, and it was just easier to cut it. It's always
absolutely. So listen. So I was watching your last two cruises that you guys were on. The one that I just finished was your Catch a Can one on Holland America. All right, so we talked a little bit about how, we never sailed Carnival till we started watching you guys, and you guys helped make us want to sail on Carnival in the first place. I got me thinking about Holland America, man. Tell us about your experience on it. What did you like about it?
Fantastic. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. I love Holland America ships. It's in my opinion, it's a step up. The food was the most incredible food we had of any ship to date on the Coningsdale, hands down. Mm-hmm. Everybody that was with us on that cruise, and there was about 100 people, all said the same thing.
No kidding.
Crazy good.
Yeah.
We love Carnival too. That's kind of, we started out with Carnival because we were close to Galveston Port, we were close to New Orleans Port, and we had a lot of Carnival cruise ships there. So we cruised them and just kind of branched off from there, but we love seeing them all,
Yeah, we've gotten to where we like every cruise line for different reasons, and even every cruise ship for different reasons. But we went on our first Holland America cruise in February of 2020, literally 2 weeks before the world shut down. And it was just a great experience because Holland's got this bad reputation of it's the old people's cruise.
Yeah.
And I can't speak for their older ships, but their newer ships, like the ones built in the last 4 or 5 years, are definitely built for our age. They are not built for old people.
I mean, everything down to the artwork, like the artwork throughout the ships. When you're going down each level, you can see all the cool artwork in the hall around the staircase. They had the coolest artwork. They have pictures of Dave Grohl's and cassette tapes and just rock and roll, really funky, cool art. And you can tell that they're definitely gearing it towards a younger crowd. Now, with that said, you still see a bunch of gray heads bobbing around in the BB King's Club at night dancing, A lot of old people still there, but there's a lot of young people moving in now. And I'll tell you what, the entertainment was awesome at the Rolling Rock Club.
Oh, yeah.
Or the Rolling Stone Rock Club. Then they would take a 45-minute break, and literally just across the hall, you had the dueling piano guys, and they would play their set for 45 minutes, and then you would go right across back to and then you go down the hall to BB King's, and all the bands were fantastic. All the food was fantastic. I love Holland America.
I love live music.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, right. I know you guys.
Yeah, honestly, I would say that the Holland America, what they call it, the music walk, because it's 3 big music venues all together.
You guys love it.
The Holland America Music Walk is the best live entertainment on any cruise line. Hands down.
No, it's awesome.
So let me ask you this, like the price comparison, like what other cruise line would you compare like Holland to as far as price point?
I would say it's going to be comparable to like Norwegian, Princess, and Celebrity, because all of those cruise lines are now including drink package, specialty dining, Wi-Fi. Everyone's including something different. But at this point, right now, only Carnival and Royal Caribbean are not including those things. So they're going to have that lower price point because you have to add all the little extras back in. But really, everyone, you know, Holland is not overly expensive. Some people think it is, but it's not. So that, and honestly, I've priced it out for clients, and it's coming in cheaper than Norwegian.
No kidding.
Circumstances. Yep.
Wow. So on the Ketchikan, when you guys were on that cruise, you guys did the best excursion I've ever seen ever. Ever.
Incredible.
Yeah, so that was the funnest for sure. So much.
Savor your catch, right?
Yes.
And now, did you book that through Holland, or you booked it through the cruise line? Do other cruise lines offer that one too? Is that something exclusively through them?
I honestly don't know. I know Princess does.
Okay.
Because Holland and Princess are going to do a lot of the things similar. And also, so there's a couple different experiences you can have there. So we had where they took you to the camp and they cooked. There's also one where you can catch fish and they will wrap it up and send it back on the ship. And the chef on the ship will prepare your fish and send it and serve it in the dining room.
Also pretty cool.
There's a couple of different options on that, but I thought it was super cool.
I've never wanted fish soup so badly in my entire life.
It was so good.
And I'm not just saying that. I wasn't saying that for the camera. It was so delicious and so fresh. I mean, that was a treat.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
So there were 6 of you that were fishing, and you guys caught 10 different kinds of fish, right?
Sorry.
Whoopsie.
Hello.
Yeah.
So you caught 10 different kinds of fish, but you guys didn't catch any halibut?
We didn't catch any halibut.
Okay, so the halibut's the flatfish.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Well, we did. No. Well, we caught a grouper.
Well, I get
wasn't
confused
a
on
halibut.
the grouper and the halibut because they're both the flatfish. We did catch 2, but they were small, so we couldn't.
I believe
Okay.
we caught a grouper, is what I think. And then, but we caught a wide variety of rockfish. We caught yellow eye, yellowtail, red stripe, dusky, which is what we ate, along with the yellowtail. And they made like this. What you remember what it's called? It's a roux, like a roux.
Yeah, the yellow stuff. Yeah.
A little orange ball on the side. You take a little bit of that and you mix it down in it as you're eating it. You can kind of add more flavor.
Yeah.
How you like it. And my God. And
That
then,
was delicious.
so you finish the meal, right? And then they got this big old like campfire kettle percolating on top of like coals, fire coals. And then they pour you fresh coffee.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's cooked right over the fire. And then they served up, what was the kind of dessert?
I know what it was. It was blueberry rhubarb bread pudding.
Oh,
Remember that? Had the ginger stuff on top.
yes.
Listen, I wrote that down because oh my God,
It was so good. I didn't want to leave. I just wanted to stay there for another couple of hours and just sit back. Because, you know, I'm sitting there filming everything. And by the time I got all the footage I wanted, I sit down and it's over.
Yeah.
I've seen but do that, you guys. You'll have to do that.
See, we're going to Ketchikan in May.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a favorite experience we've ever done.
We're going to Ketchikan in May, so I'm hoping that we can find something similar to that excursion because to go fishing like that, you didn't have to bait the hook, right? Because you
have a regular like a lure.
Yeah.
That you drop it. It's like a topwater lure, but it's sink down and there's no live bait. And our guide was incredible. Like, he knew what he was doing. He had a fish finder and a depth finder, and he was working it, man. And he put us on the fish.
I mean, we were catching them left and right. It was so fun.
And then he took it off the hook when you caught it.
Yeah, he did everything.
That's my kind of fishing.
But he wouldn't let us do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's liability.
City girl fishing.
That's city girl fishing right there. I'm all about that. But some of those fish were dangerous. Like, you can't just grab it and take it off the hook like that, because some of those suckers had like little razor blade, little fins on the side.
Yeah.
So wow, that was crazy.
I bet you we caught probably 8 to 10 fish a piece.
Oh yeah.
That is so.
I'm on the boat. I was catching that much.
So you guys had mentioned that a while into your fishing excursion, it started raining, and you guys stayed nice and dry because you were wearing the proper gear. Mm-hmm. Did you know to take the proper gear with you, or did they provide that on the excursion? Okay, because I am not that smart, and I was like, how did they know to take that?
Our guide, he is that smart, and as long as you got a good guide, you don't have to be smart. But it rains, in Alaska just about every day, he said, especially that time of year in September, late September. And he's like, look, we don't go out without the proper gear, because it probably will rain on you. But it wasn't bad. Just a little bit of needles in the face as we were going back. Nothing bad at all.
It just rained for about 20 minutes. That's it.
So we just spun our chairs around like this, and the rain hit us in the back of the
head. You're crazy, buddy.
You outsmarted me again. I don't know if I would have been smart enough to figure that out.
Yeah, you would have. Once you felt the pain.
Oh yeah, you would have.
Once you felt the pain, your brain would have engaged.
You know what, though? You did touch on something, Jason. I just want to revisit real quickly how you mentioned that when you're on these excursions and you're on a cruise ship, when you're getting all this good footage so the people at home can live vicariously through you, it takes a lot of time, and it gets you running around, because that's how we ran into Alisa. But in the opening, we mentioned it. She was by herself, and you're running up on every deck, and I've seen you, man. You're all over the place with your camera, and a lot of people they underestimate how much energy and thought and time that takes, because I know I'm still learning, and I get off cruises, and I always think I miss this opportunity, I miss that opportunity, and next cruise I got to do better at this and that, because it's so easy to get sucked into your vacation and then forget sometimes to vlog. And that's, oh my God, that's what I'm still trying to get used to, is not doing that. And I know you get everything, buddy, because I've seen you in action. So
yeah, I probably run around a little bit too much. I probably need to calm down a little bit.
It's perfect.
I enjoy. I'm getting into the whole camera thing, and I've always try to improve. I always try to get better. I have a goal of how I want my footage to look. So I just take pride in what we do, and I never can seem to get to that level that I'm chasing. But I enjoy the process.
Do you know how many times I've ate my appetizer before I remembered to vlog my meal? I'm embarrassed by it.
Ours is so bad about, like, we'll forget to take pictures. We're like, oh my God, I forgot to take pictures of the food before we record.
I do that all the time. She yells at me. Yeah, she yells at me. You did it again. I'm like, they put food in front of me. I'm like a dog, man. They put food in front of me, and I just start eating it,
It happens. Sometimes we're just like, you know what? Screw it. We're not going to film this. We're going to go right in and just eat this. This is not going to make the vlog. It's balance.
One of my funniest, one of your funniest things to me is when you were on a ship with J&D, and you had the big camera and Jay had the little camera, and then you're here and Jay's a giant, and you're running around with this giant camera.
The big camera was totally opposite, yeah.
It's like I go, Jason's got this giant camera and Jay's got this little camera, and Jay's like making fun of himself with his little camera.
And that's what it's gonna look like.
We love them too. We love them too. It's just it's easy to talk with them and get along with them, and they seem to like us, and and Jay just cracks me up all the time, not to mention anytime we're seen together, it's just crazy because we're so short and they're so tall, and it's a sight to see, man.
That's what Eddie's going to look like when he stands next to Josh from Have Luggage Will Travel. Eddie's 5'8". Josh is what, 6'5",
6'7".
Josh is 6'7".
Yeah.
So that's what we'll have, that Danny DeVito, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I have it all the time, yeah.
Yeah, you know what, and the thing too, and the reason we're mentioning the vlogging and like the mechanics of it, there's a lot of vloggers in here right now. And there's Robert from Life of
Hey,
Favorite.
Robert, and Dave and Brandy are here too.
Dave
Hi, guys.
and Brandy, all right.
Oh, Dave and Brandy, yeah.
Yeah.
We've been around for quite a while. Hey, guys. Oh, by the way, hello, everybody that's here.
Yeah, we could do a better job of getting their questions.
No,
Oh, we
got
have a
one right
question.
here.
Oh, they already answered that one. What their
Okay.
favorite excursion was the one they were just talking about.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Here, you find another one, because if I press some
Yeah.
buttons.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
So the last note that I had here that I wanted to tell you guys about the Catch a Can was, I absolutely love it when you do the bloopers. There's been bloopers of Alisa when she thought the camera wasn't working and then she got it working. And I'm the kind of person where if I'm watching like a sitcom or even a comedy, I might go, you know, I might like smile if something's funny. But y'all had me flat out rolling at your bloopers. Like when Alisa was like, dang it, it's not working. And and then you guys did a blooper with Jason on the Catch a Can one. And I laugh out loud at those. So I implore you, put more of those in there because it's so much fun to watch.
We hear that a lot.
Yeah.
I guess we do good bloopers. We're good screw ups, let me tell you.
You know, you guys have such a great, you're so comfortable on camera and you speak so eloquently, and you know, you do such a great job. It's nice to see the imperfections sometimes, because that we get to know your personalities, but when we see you, you know, screw up and laugh at yourselves, then we're laughing with you, and it just makes people love you even more. It's just so awesome.
Cool.
So on the next vlog that I watched of yours was in London. Oh my God.
Cool.
That was incredible. I don't even know how you guys.
We're already planning another trip back to England.
Man, there's like no way to do that whole city in even like a week. Huh?
We were there 7 days and didn't even scratch the surface of everything that London has to offer.
Now you find yourself just kind of like, all right, stop, let's make a plan, let's go here, because you're so busy just walking, freestyling it, because it's so awesome. You just want to see what's around the corner, you know? And we do that a lot in the big cities. But one thing I will say that we should have done is we should have took the ride on the Thames River.
Yes.
Because I've screwed it up and called it the Thames River.
You did the whole trip.
Everybody has told me it's not the Thames, it's the Thames.
The Thames.
Thames. The Thames.
Thames.
I still screw it up.
Yeah.
That's all right, buddy.
Blooper.
You know, and trying to pronounce the things in Louisiana. You know, we were in another country and they spell and pronounce things differently than we do.
But do the river cruise, because they'll tell you all the secrets and all the cool places that you need to go. And we did that on the last day. I was like, oh, we missed so much. So do that first.
Okay.
And it'll give you a good starting point.
So let me ask you this.
Cool stuff.
This is something I've always worried about, like as far as like to go to London or someplace like that. And I know that you have like the currency exchange, so you can exchange the money for the proper currency and all that. But I guess I'm a worrier, but how do you know how much money to get and how much to take and all that?
You don't need it. Honestly, we spent all that money doing a currency exchange for pounds and euros. We didn't use a single dime of our cash. Everything is contactless in Europe.
Tap and pay.
Yes.
Everything. We didn't use any of the money. We had to re-exchange it.
Yes, which cost us more money to re-exchange it. so
you
don't
can just
get cash.
So you could just use like your bank account, your debit card and all that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend using a debit card, but if you get a credit card that's got no exchange fees. And so we just linked it to our Apple Pay and we use that for everything. Even getting on and off the subway, we use the tap to pay for everything.
Good. That takes a lot of pressure off, because I'm like, I don't know, like, how do you figure how much you're going to need and exchange and what if you get someplace and you don't have quite enough, or, you know, how do you get back to exchange more? Like, I'm all worrying about that. That's probably something that could have prohibited me from maybe making a trip like that. But it's good to know that.
If you do want cash, don't do it at the airport. Do it when you get there.
Go to an ATM there. But that's one thing that COVID did, because think about it, money is dirty. Everybody touches it and can breathe on it and sneeze on it or whatever. Money's dirty. That's why they went to completely touchless.
We used our phone to pay for everything. We just tap and pay everything because we got a credit card linked to it. So much so that when we came home, I'm going to like the local Kroger trying to tap and pay it all. We don't do that here. So, I should have known that.
Louisiana.
So it seemed like a lot of the museums and stuff, there was a lot of free things to do.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's I found a website, I forget the name of it, but it was all the free things you can do in London, and there are a lot of them. I mean, a lot of the sightseeing, like you can go, Buckingham Palace, and there's gardens and all kinds of things, a lot of museums that are totally free. You could spend the whole week there and spend very little money if you wanted to, except on food.
Watching Jason getting fired up over all the Beatles related stuff. That was awesome.
That was cool.
It was a fellow music.
Cool. We saw all this beautiful history and stuff, and I'm over here getting stoked about going to see Freddie Mercury's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like an hour away, right? And you didn't do it because it was like an hour away.
It was about 45 minutes away. Freddie's house was. It was in West London, I think.
We went.
But we went. Yeah.
Oh, did you go? Okay. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I don't get to watch as many vlogs as she does because she has it on. She works from home and she has a TV on playing in the background on YouTube, watching everybody's vlogs. And I'm stuck at work 12 hours a day. And I can't even watch them like when I get a second on my phone because it's too loud there.
I was telling Favor when on the cruise that I'll pick a channel or two, and if you're smart enough to link your videos one to the next one to the next one to the next one, I got you playing all day long, baby. You're welcome, all of you in the chat there. You're welcome, guys. I play them all day long, and I stay on top of everybody's stuff. But I'm giving tons of view time all day, every day, because while I'm working, I just keep playing. Make sure they're all linked, guys, because if it goes to the next one and the next one, I let it roll. So I wanted to ask you guys this, that torture stuff, the beheading block, that was so creepy cool. That was like the very first, I don't want to give away too much because I want them to watch your vlog, but they had like one of the first blocks that they would, people would put their head on and they would like behead them, and you could see like the actual cuts.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that was so creepy.
Like it's stained in certain areas from the blood, and you can see the axe marks in it.
Yeah, it's an interesting feeling to be in a place with that much history, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's just crazy. It's unbelievable. And I'm not even a big history buff, but I was just in awe of all the. Actually, the guide was fantastic.
Oh man, that was amazing.
So captivating. That was one of my favorite days. I mean, the Tower of London was just an amazing tour. We learned
that one torture thing where they would like smush them down.
Yeah,
that was so brutal.
Was that one that pulls them apart?
And they said the one that crushes you was worse than pulling you apart.
I never seen. Yeah, I agree. I never seen. I've seen the pull you apart one before, but I never saw the one where they just kind of like just smush you. That was crazy.
I got a question for you, Jason. That I'm looking at my phone and this thing here. I can't find it on the computer. And this is kind of this shows the personality of one of our buddies here. Did you see any werewolves in London? And were they eating beef chow mein?
Oh my God, I like that guy or girl, whoever that is. First of all,
that's Josh from Moonlight Adventures.
Yeah, no werewolves. Saw a lot of chow mein.
Just silliness. It's always silliness here. And there's a lot of conversation going in the chat about different things. Favor's getting a lot of questions too. So that's really cool. Like I said, I got to watch the several of the London vlogs, and I really enjoyed it. And it was exciting seeing you guys there.
Well, it was crazy to me because Alisa, you kept blowing my mind because like the guide would say something to you, and then you would just look at the camera and you would rattle off. Well, back in the 1200s, they built this section, and then this section was built in, I'm making this part up, 1235, and then the queen of here and the queen of there, and I'm like, how does she remember all that? Like the names and the dates.
She blows my mind. Literally. I'm sitting there with her, right? And they get done saying all this stuff, and she's like, put it on me, and I put the camera on her, and she just starts going, and I'm sitting there behind the camera going, how the hell do you do that?
It's mind-boggling.
She does.
That's impressive. That is very impressive, girlfriend, because I cannot remember why I walked into the kitchen half the time. Very, very impressive. Do we have any other questions?
Yeah, I'm trying to get, here we go. Here it comes.
There you go.
Did it go? No. We're doing reverse rolls. She's usually doing this part.
Yeah, but I have pumpkin fingers, and I always like kick us off the screen, and I didn't want to do that with you guys here.
Oh, no, that's wrong. I already did that one. No, that is right.
That is right. All right, so Kathy wants to know.
No, have luggage.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong question. All right, have luggage will travel. Josh would like to know, what is your thoughts on the stuffed pork chop at the Court of Two Sisters? If you know, you know.
Okay, that trip was over a year ago, so the meal is not fresh in my brain, but I remember it being really good. Do you remember that?
No.
In New Orleans?
The stuff. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's a really interesting restaurant in the French Quarter, and so it's a very old restaurant, probably one of the oldest in the French Quarter. Yeah. And their menu hasn't changed in forever, and they had a stuffed pork chop that was really, really good. Like,
what is it?
We're going on and on about it.
That whole meal was fantastic. It's just super low lighting. It was very difficult to film in there.
Yeah.
So that was a struggle, but once I got past that, the ambience is amazing, and the food is really good, and it's right down there, all around the quarter. Right.
There's a lot of excitement, guys, because the Vlogger Extravaganza is coming up, and several of the people in this watching you are going to be there.
Actually, a lot of people in here are going to be there.
Yeah, including us. And here's a real funny story. Josh and Amanda from Have Luggage Will Travel, they're going to drive 4 hours down to New Orleans. Did I say right?
There you go. You did it.
Can't count Nolans unless you've been drinking ultras, right? I'll get it down, buddy. I'll be counting Nolans probably after about drinking. But anyways, they are coming to meet us. They're going to stay. We're doing 2 nights before the cruise, and they're going to stay at this. They already booked the same hotel we're at, and they're going to be like our tour guides and take us all around and show us everything. And it's pretty exciting.
I'm so excited.
And we're going to get to meet them for the first time there. So that's pretty cool. So a lot of people are really excited about that. And that's going to lead to what I need to ask you guys. Now that you've done, how many cruises have you done with Holland America? 2?
Just 2.
Okay. You've told us before that Norwegian is like probably your favorite, right?
Or one of them, yeah.
Is it still your favorite, or is Holland America giving it a run for its money?
Norwegian, I'm gonna say is kind of like the comfort, the home ship, right? The mothership for us. It just feels good to us. The shows still are unbeatable to me. The shows are the elite within all the cruise ships. They're like Broadway. I mean, quality, top-notch quality. And the entertainment's always pretty good for the most part. But I would say Norwegian still.
Yeah, there's just something about Norwegian. Every cruise line, you're going to find the one that clicks best with you. Yeah. And Norwegian clicks best with us.
And I like Royal Caribbean too.
We like them all.
It's just always, it's like picking your favorite kid, sort of.
Yeah.
It's like I like them all really about the same for different reasons.
Yeah.
Well, prior to the pandemic, we only sailed with Royal Caribbean. So, but since then, we did a Black Friday deal on Celebrity, and we went for a 4-day cruise on Celebrity because it was so cheap on the Black Friday deal. And we went over Easter, and she's sold on Celebrity. She's completely sold on Celebrity.
It was only a 4 or 5 day cruise, so I mean,
it was a 4-day cruise,
and I loved it.
And she fell in love with it because that's the first time we were on anywhere really where the buffet food was great.
I mean,
We don't eat buffet
I don't
food.
ever eat buffet
And we
food.
walked by the buffet.
We're like buffet. We probably eat the buffet way too much, just because I get kind of tired of waiting for them to bring the food. I like to eat and get on with my night, and so we eat the buffet probably more than we should.
Yeah. I will tell you the best pizza experience I've ever had on a cruise was on Celebrity Apex. That pizza, oh my God. Now, I mean, granted, it wasn't like a straight off the thing pizza. He custom made a pizza for us. But, I mean, he'd do that for anybody.
Yeah. What celebrity ship did you go on? You may have said
we were on the old ones. We were on the Millennium.
Yeah.
The Millennium. And
we had the Apex booked, but we had to move that because we had too many cruises jumbled up. And then when we had the month that we wanted to move it to, the Apex is over in Europe.
Well, yeah, what happened is all of our friends started doing these group cruises, and we got a sale with them, and I only get so much vacation time per year. She can work remote on the ship, but I can't. And so we had to cancel the Apex and juggle some more stuff. But we're going to go on, is it the Equinox?
The Equinox.
We're doing the Equinox next, because we booked that one, the Apex, while we're on board. They kind of got us fish on because we were out.
No bait needed.
Yeah, and she was like, "Let's do it." I'm like, $5,000 like, and we're not going anywhere exotic, it's kind of crazy. But anyways, yeah, so we're going to do the Equinox in its place, and the Equinox actually is less expensive for an 8-day cruise because it's an older ship. And we're doing that next September. But the reason I brought up Norwegian is there's so many people that are going to experience Norwegian for the first time, including us, on that Vlogger Extravaganza cruise. And so there's a lot of people asking, about Norwegian. So the funny thing was, a couple weeks ago, we were all in here and we were all talking smack with each other about how we were going to get on the racetrack and we're going to dominate each other. We're using Days of Thunder quotes. Yeah, we found out after the fact that there's no racetrack.
After
I did the, hey, I'm going to run you into the wall and it's rubbing. Yeah, I didn't hit you. I didn't bump you. That's rubbing and that's racing. I was doing all those quotes.
All that for nothing.
And then all that.
I'm with you. I get in trouble every time I get on that thing because I'm competitive. And man, I'm like knocking you out of the way and trying to get first place. And they're always like stopping because of me. Like, all right, this guy is a little rough.
That's we were disappointed. We were disappointed to find out the breakaway doesn't have a racetrack.
People like this, it was fun.
Yeah.
So we're hoping. I mean, I know I've heard you guys say this at least once. I've heard Tony and Jenny say this. I've heard Sharon and Jamie say this. I haven't heard Josh say this, but I've heard you guys all try. Oh, J&D said this, that the Vlogger cruise is quite large, and you are two people. You're two people.
Yeah.
And hopefully everybody just understands that you're going to do the best you can to spend as much time as you can with everybody, but you're kind of in an impossible situation. So for anybody that's watching this and everybody, I think everybody kind of understands that that's not, you're not going to be eating breakfast with Jason every morning. That's not going to be possible. But I'll blow you a kiss from across the room and hope you're having a great time. That's probably the experience that everybody should be expecting, because you're 6 people and there's thousands of us.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, it's just like, just holler, hey, Jason, hey, Alisa, hey, Eddie, hey, Laura, just
yeah.
What's up? And, if we cross paths, we may get a chance to visit and talk. But we're there just like everybody else. And we'll do the best that we can. We gotta film it. Mm-hmm. Some of it, we're probably not going to do a whole lot.
Small vlogs on this
because it's really just not that kind of cruise.
You guys are all going to get swarmed like the Beatles. You're going to feel like you're back in England in 1964 with a funny haircut.
I don't know about all that.
No, that's Tony and Jenny. They'll get that.
You guys will too. But I think 90% of everybody will understand and be respectful of that.
Yeah.
But just, you know, if you get anybody that isn't kind and respectful of it, you know, just give me the look, and I got this amazingly fast flying elbow that I will utilize on your behalf. I promise you.
You're crazy. She's talking at Detroit Smack.
It is Detroit Smack, but
Yeah.
I got you. So we're really excited.
And then you have small channels like us, and we'll be like the Walmart brand of EECC.
We're the generic cereal.
Yeah, the cereal your mom bought you because she wouldn't get
guys
you.
are fantastic.
She got your flaky loops. That's us.
We'll put it in the real box, but it'll be the generic one on the inside.
No, but we've been fortunate to meet you guys in person, and like you said earlier, Jason, that you know you consider us friends. We definitely consider you friends.
Yes.
And as we told Rob and Favor, because we were blown away seeing them last week, and because we sailed out of their home port, they were treated like the Beatles.
Yes.
They had people on them constantly. We were like, hey, well, we're gonna let you go, and they're like, we got to get back with you later. And I mean, they went out of their way to make sure.
It was so adorable, because like we would run into them, and then we would get like a half of a sentence out, and then people would be like, oh my God, it's you.
But Robert,
that's what's going to happen to you.
Robert was like, and this is Huddle Adventures, Eddie and Laura. He did that to everybody.
Oh, God, I love him so much.
Robert's the best, man. He's awesome.
But that's what's going to happen to you on the vlogger cruise. Every time you get like, it's so nice to meet, and someone else is gonna.
You're gonna have all
interesting dynamic, because we've never cruised with a whole bunch of vloggers. We've cruised with a couple, but nothing like this. And so, you know, it's like me and Lisa were like, how are we going to do this? And we were just like, you know, we're going to go
with the flow.
Go with the flow, like any other cruise, not overthink it. Just be in the moment, visit, and get to know as many people and content creators as we can. Love to sit down and chat and trade secrets, and it's going to be a trip. It's going to be fun.
So you guys do a lot of group cruises. And how do you get so many? We went on a cruise with 10 of our immediate family members, and to get 10 people to do the same thing at the same time is so incredibly challenging. How do you organize all that for big groups of people successfully?
Well, we really say, this is your cruise, your vacation. You can do as much or as little with us as you want. So we try and book at least one excursion that everyone can do together. On Alaska, it was the Skagway train. Yeah. We had 2 train cars full of EECC people. I mean, so a lot of people went on the train ride with us. Other than that, in the evenings, we're just kind of out and about, and we kind of make it known, like on the Holland America ship, we were in the rock room just about every night. So if anybody wanted to come hang out with us, that's where we were. On the breakaway, we'll be in Sid Norman's. That's our spot. So, anybody that wants to come hang out with us, we'll be in Sid Norman's. Not every night, but most nights.
Yeah, because we got to break away a little bit and do the vlogging thing.
Yeah.
And I really don't do very well with that with a lot of people around me. So I need to get away and go do what we do so I can do it good. And then that's all. And then when that's done, we're like, hey, let's visit,
Done working. We're going to play now.
Well, it's going to be interesting because we're actually booked with you guys on your group cruise, the Jubilee inaugural U.S. sailing. And we're really excited about that, to be able to take part with you guys on that. I was asking Jason today about it, if you guys still had any spots open for that. Because I've had several people ask me about that cruise, and I told them we booked it through you guys, through your group cruise. So you'd said that you don't know if there's any rooms left yet.
It's not that there's no rooms on the group cruise. Carnival has taken it off their website.
Okay.
So
we don't know what's
happening.
Okay.
Now they did the same thing because we were on a Mardi Gras. We had a Mardi Gras group cruise, and they took it off their website. This was early when sailings were coming back, and the ship wasn't ready. And our group got canceled. So we're really hoping that doesn't happen again. Because it looks like Celebration's going to go off on time. So if Celebration's going on time, Jubilee should go on time.
Yeah.
So we think that maybe they just pulled it off the website temporarily while they, get some logistics worked out, and hopefully it'll open back up.
All right. Well, like I said, if I get anyone that is interested, I'm going to send them your way, and hopefully you guys can cash in on that, because that's going to be an epic one. Got out of Galveston, and
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
We're sailing out of Galveston for that class of ship.
That's going to be really cool. And we got Favor left you a message here. Said, get ready, Alisa. It was so fun, but busy on adventure last year. Made a lot of new friends. So, yeah, that's we're going to be sitting back watching how you guys handle all that. That's just, I can't wait to do the vlogger thing to see it all.
We've got to meet you guys, and and as happy as we will be to see you, we're certainly going to respect that there's a million other people there that haven't got the chance to meet you yet. So I might blow you kisses from across the room, give you an air hug as fast as I can. But we're gonna step back and obviously let the people that
I'll be offended if you just blow us kisses.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to walk up.
I'm gonna be drinking some Michelob Ultras with you, buddy.
Man,
I promise you that.
I blow an awesome kiss. It's pretty awesome.
She's crazy.
All right.
So that's that's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be really cool. And it was funny that we were talking smack about a racetrack on a ship that doesn't have a racetrack. So
oh man, they had they had the whoever won got to pick the song for the loser. They had the karaoke, like all this stuff and there was no.
And I was gonna win. That's the sad thing about it.
Oh man,
you like that? But yeah, that's so like I said, we're
really good. We don't have a racetrack on that.
Probably, you're probably right.
Yeah, we that's what the wives are all saying. We'd probably be in the infirmary.
I had a couple more questions for you on the London trip, if you don't mind. Number one, I know that you said that the Scotch eggs, when you tried those, that was like a cornbread. It looked like meatloaf. That was cornbread breading?
Well, no, it's basically a hard-boiled egg that's been battered in like panko breadcrumbs and fried, and it's got like some sausage meat in there.
So there is some kind of meat in there. Okay.
Yeah, it's
It
awesome.
looked good.
Yeah, it was really good, and I thought it was beans. But
yeah,
not beans that you ate with.
Chutney
it was chutney, and it was real sweet and gummy, and I didn't like that part.
Yeah,
really
it looked like meatloaf from here. I'm like, is that meatloaf? It looked like it was like a meat. And
no.
That was interesting. I would definitely try that. And then you guys walked like 7 miles.
Oh, so, yeah, every day it was walk. And
we checked our phone, and on an average, we would walk about 28,000 steps a day.
Wow.
So did they not have like taxis, or you just everywhere was like pretty close? We didn't want to, I mean, like
everywhere, but we just walked.
We like to walk, especially in a city like that, because if you just go from point A to point B, you might miss something.
Yeah, and we would stop off at a pub, have a quick pint, and we would maybe get some fish and chips and split it, and then just that's how we like to do it. That's where we find the best stuff and have the most fun.
You guys say that in all your vlogs.
Yeah.
You don't miss as much if you're on foot.
That's very true.
Around.
That's a good point.
Try not to overplan it.
And you're burning calories, so you can indulge on.
We're getting our exercise, so kind of feel good about it. But we're sore.
You could do like I did on a dream and don't do any exercise and come back from it 2 days ago. I've been in the gym at 3 a.m. the last 2 days, 4 a.m. last 2 days, and I'm dying now. Yeah,
right.
Michelob Ultras.
We thought we just got back from the dream just a few days ago, and the food it was the best food we've ever had on a Carnival ship before, and we ate lots of it. But I did not gain any weight.
We didn't overeat. We didn't overeat.
We really didn't.
And I think it's because I don't know what happened on the dream, but we talked to the person in charge.
The maitre d', yeah.
What's the guy's name? I forget the guy's name.
Junior.
Yeah, Junior, the guy that's like over everything.
Yeah.
And we told him, he said that the quality of the food was better than any Carnival ship we had been on.
It was really good.
And we've been on a Mardi Gras, the Vista, the Panorama, multiple. That's our 9th Carnival ship or cruise in the last like 14 months. And I don't know what they're doing on the Dream, but they just do a really good job. I don't know why. But
so we would normally do on a cruise is like we would kind of eat some of our food and then it'd be, it's fine, So we would just like pick at it, till we're not hungry anymore. And then 2 hours later, you're hungry again because you didn't eat all your food. thing. So we would eat again. And we didn't do that this time. Like we ate 3 meals and we didn't snack in between because we actually enjoyed the meal
She's
in
leaving
front
a
of
part
us.
out. What happens is she'll eat half of hers, then I eat the other half.
That's
And
true.
that's how I get fat on cruises. If she's not eating all of her food, then I'm eating all mine. I'm eating half of hers, eating half of her dessert.
You didn't really gain any weight, though, did
No,
you? We didn't gain any weight.
we felt very fulfilled as far as eating. After every meal, it was like, oh man, I feel great. You know, it was a really good meal. And we were even the steakhouse. I don't know what kind of black magic they have on the Dream,
yeah.
but everything on that ship was better.
They must have just had the right staff, you know,
Yeah.
the right group of guys in that kitchen or girls, you know, making them meals. It had to be. But I wanted to ask y'all a question. What was your, of all the Carnival ships that you've been on, which do you have a favorite Carnival ship?
Well,
do you like Carnival?
Yeah.
We like Carnival. We think Carnival's fun. Carnival is about having fun, and that's what we like about Carnival. It's about having fun. We think Royal's food is a little better, but we think Carnival has more included options. And with their food, you know, with the Blue Iguana and Guy's Burgers. I mean, that kind of, that's a big thing they have, in my opinion. And even like the Pasta Bella for lunch, you know, the Cucina lunch, and the Mongolian wok, they have so many included food options that are really good.
But we
guys, Shaq's Big Chicken.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what? You nailed it. That's exactly how we feel about it. It's a fun ship, and they have a lot of extra included things.
Yeah. Now, Celebrity has exceptional food. Now, this is what I like about Celebrity, Jason. I was really nervous that they would be like overly pretentious and like, you know, too highbrow for myself. And we said at the martini bar, they're flipping those bottles like the movie Cocktail and pouring all those martinis and doing all that stuff. And the guy comes up to me and she orders her dirty martini, filthy. And then I'm like, well, I'd like to have a beer. And he's like, great. And he runs and gets me beer. They didn't have a lot of beer there, Jason. They ran out of beer because of me. And then the guy ran over to the casino bar, brought more bottles of beer over just for me. I'm the only one there drinking beer.
And he stocked it for the rest of the year.
Yeah, the next day we show up. We show up the next day and he goes, because my name is William Edward, and the crew members all call me Mr. William. Okay, go by my first legal name, you know. So, Mr. William, I took care of you. I got plenty of beer, you know. He had the whole thing full of beer for me, and that's what I liked about it. They were so skilled, the bartenders, and but they have such a fun time. And like the Alchemy guys try to be the martini bar, but they try to be too serious, and they can be a little stuffy at times. Those martini bar guys are just awesome. Too bad. My only complaint was there's no Ocean Plaza with live music right there. If they had live music by that martini bar, I'd be all over it. I'd be like, oh man.
Oh, they do on Apex. And Edge. Not every night, but they bring in a band and they play right at the martini bar.
Now, I remember you guys had said that at one point that Oasis of the Seas was your favorite ship. Is that still the case, or have you changed your mind?
Odyssey of the Seas.
Odyssey.
Yeah, you know, gosh,
I'm still gonna say layout wise, everything that ship had to offer wise, it is an awesome ship.
That was an awesome ship. That's definitely
top 5.
No,
top 3.
Yeah,
we were on Harmony back in 2019. Long before we thought about vlogging, and we thought the only vloggers out there was Don's Family Fun.
Don was the very first vlogger
our Canadian brother.
Yep.
Well, hello everybody.
Yeah.
He was the first guy I ever watched. But yeah, we did Harmony of the Seas, and we got sucked into the Irish pub a little too much, and we forgot we were at sea.
Yes.
We felt like you're at the mall. Because it's so big, you know, the ship
that way.
It would move a little bit, and you go, "Oh yeah, we're on a cruise ship. We're gonna go out there and look at the ocean for a minute," because you know you forget you're on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
We're going on Oasis at the beginning of December. On December 4th, Oasis of the Sea. It'll be our first time on Carnival
and Royal.
Before the pandemic.
Yeah.
But Jason asked what our favorite ship was. If I had to pick a favorite Carnival ship, I would have to say Mardi Gras is my favorite Carnival ship. Just because of it, there's so many restaurants and that huge Grand Central stage area. I thought that was really cool.
And the Brass Magnolia, I loved that bar.
And I like it. But older ship, I'm going to have to go with the Dream now. I've been on the Dream and the Magic. I'm going to pick the Dream over because you got Ocean Plaza, you got the Ocean Plaza bar, and then you have Alchemy right next door to each other. So I don't have to go around the corner down the way to go get beer. And what I end up doing, if I don't have that option, I'll get tired of running and getting beer. I start drinking Moscow Mules, and then I start getting a little too sick. Yeah, and then I have film footage in my phone the next day of pictures of drinks. I'm like, what's this pink drink? That's the Remedy or something. I'm like, I don't remember that. I go, who's drinking that? You. I'm like, when? You know, it's like, so it's kind of funny.
You need to go to Celebrity Princess and get the medallion, and they can bring you. You order the drink.
Oh, all the princess ships.
All the princess ships.
We still have to do Princess. We haven't done that yet. But Norwegian that'll be on the vlogger ever first Norwegian, and then we're going to branch out. We were racing to get to platinum as fast as we could. I really don't know why, but we just felt like we needed to, you know.
I never did get worried too much about it.
I was just talking to somebody about that today, and he's like, I'm almost gold on Carnival. Like, it doesn't do anything.
Honey,
it really does.
I have to go cut my water hose off because I'm flooding.
All right.
You know, it's time for, okay. Well, we only have a few minutes left, so we want to get this question answered for Tony G. He wanted to know, what was your favorite pasty or pie in London?
Well, honestly, we didn't have a lot of the pasties and pies.
Sausage roll!
The sausage, yes. The sausage roll is the best. But we were kind of scared to try some of them because, like, it would say, like, steak and kidney pie, and now I'm told that the kidneys is not kidney, it's kidney beans. Like, if somebody had told me it was kidney beans, I totally would have eaten it. But because it was called steak and kidney pie, I'm like, no, I'm not having that. So we had like a Cornish pasty in Weymouth, and we had sausage rolls at the markets in London, and those are fabulous. I mean, it's not like this little sausage roll. No, it's a giant sausage in a pastry. It was delicious.
I'm not going to do that. It's too soggy and wet out there. And it's cold and wet. And I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to have to put my boots on for that one. I'll wait.
Kidney pie, man. No, thank you, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, no thanks, buddy. Well, listen, I promised you when you agreed to spend time with us that I would respect everybody's time and get us out of here in an hour. I'm only 2 minutes late. I can't even put into words how much it meant that you guys were able to give us an hour of your time, as busy as you are. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
And we appreciate you guys having us on.
I hope all of our friends in here that they watch your vlogs and stuff, they got to see what you guys are like.
Yeah.
This is really these guys. They're exactly like this, and there's nothing fake about Jason and Alisa. They are awesome. And
whether you have 435 subscribers like we did the first time we met them, or you have, we hit 10,000 during our friendship, you guys have always treated us exactly the same. You make time for everybody. You answer questions. You're amazing people, and we really love you guys.
Oh, and I also want to just touch real quick on the fact, I love the fact that when you got Ellie and you started doing the RV thing, you addressed the fact that some of your loyal followers are telling you, we don't want the RV stuff. And you guys came out firm and said, hey, listen, this is EECC Travels, and it's not just cruise ships. We can be traveling, and it's our channel. And we're going to share what we want on our channel. And I love how you took that stance, because there's too many cruise vloggers out there that worry that if they put any kind of diversified interest into their channel outside of just cruising, that they're breaking some kind of rule or law or something. And you guys, I love how you
actually did tell us this. You told us the first time that we met you that if you are truly yourself, and the right people will find you, and that goes for us, it goes for you, it goes for everybody. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thanks for being an inspiration to all of you. And hey, congratulations on being not only over 100,000. You're the 8th biggest channel, according to our buddy Gary Bembridge. The listings came out like last week. I don't know if you guys saw that, but you are
the most recent one.
Yeah, your ranked number 8, which is outstanding. Because I remember you guys were stuck at 99,000. We were telling everybody, subscribe them, because that YouTube, man, that algorithm, they stick you for a long. You won't move for a long time. And you're like, what's going on?
It's finicky. It's finicky. It's relentless at times.
Yeah, it drives you crazy. You look and your numbers drop, and you're like, what's going on? What, I say something wrong or something? Is it
peaks and valleys forever
Yeah.
with YouTube. Nothing's changed since the beginning. We have scratched and clawed our way to where we're at, and we just keep walking up to the base and swinging the bat, man. And just,
all right, man.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys.
Thanks again, guys.
Thank you all very much.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
See you in January.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I gotta go cut this wall.